Hello everybody, this is Shadowbox and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on Susquehanna River Valley on what I have dubbed Riverbend Farms, creatively named because we are situated where there's a bend in the river. Huh? Makes sense? Yeah, if you guys don't like it, let me know. Leave some alternative suggestions in the comments and I will consider them. I am open to suggestions as always. So yeah, it is midsummer now. Our alfalfa is still not ready to harvest, which I'm a little bit worried. I hope we get an alfalfa harvest before it all goes bad. Or is it ready to harvest now? This looks different than what it did. It says ready to harvest. Last time I checked, it was not ready to harvest, and that was like an hour ago in-game. Oh, look at that, it's ready to harvest. Okay, so that's going to change significantly my plans for the episode, but that's okay. You know, you got to be flexible, you got to roll with the punches, so to speak. Patrick C. has left a suggestion. Thank you very much for your participation, Patrick. He said we should get rid of our John Deere stuff because there is a big right to repair scandal with John Deere right now. And I was not aware of that. And I completely agree, Patrick. It's the reason why I don't use Apple products, is because I am a huge supporter of independent repair shops and right to repair. So if John Deere is involved with some shenanigans with trying to suppress the right to repair, I am very happy to get their stuff off of my farm. There are a couple of caveats to that, though. We can't afford to replace the. I need to unload these products really quick. We cannot afford to replace the combine yet, though. After our alfalfa harvest that we're about to do, we may end up getting we may end up getting enough money to replace the harvester. Oh yeah, so we also cannot replace our gator, or why can't I unload any? Come on, let me unload, please. Not enough space to unload. Not enough. Okay, well, I guess we're just not going to worry about it. I don't know why I can't unload the seed or this planter. So yeah, I cannot replace the gator because it's the only one that has a plow on it. At least I can't replace the gator yet. I may end up replacing it with a pickup truck to do the snow removal now that we have two properties to do, but that will be in the future. And I cannot replace the lawnmower because there's just not a very good alternative for the lawnmower. I do have 82 Studios Jack Moose mowers, and I will show those to you really quickly. If you're not familiar, this is what they are. And in theory, I really like them, but I can't control them. The steering on them is just very hard to use, at least with keyboard and mouse. So yeah, I can't use them. I've got to stick, unfortunately, with the John Deere mower. So, yep, we are going to be phasing out John Deere from our farm, and we are going to be going with a case farm. Patrick C. also suggested that in addition to the $100,000 voucher, which I'm going to go ahead and give to us now, that's 10,000, there's 100,000. That we also need to demo the equipment for other farms, and I really like that idea. I think that's a pretty unique idea, and I think it's a good opportunity for some roleplay. So thank you, Patrick, for your participation in the comments. In the meantime, we need to go ahead and get our new tractor. I've decided that I'm just going to go ahead and get the one that I want, which is the Magnum US series here by Carl Farms. It's pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. We got tons of wheel options here. I think I'm going to go ahead and... No, actually, we're going to have the front mower on there, so we can... Oh, that makes me think, huh. Okay, We have a little bit of an issue, because I don't really want to put the front attachment on this tractor. I guess I kind of have to right now. I really wanted to get the weight and tank rack, because this has some, like, it has some special tanks, like side tanks that go with this mod. But you know what? I think we just need to get the front attachment for now. I also want to get a Puma, just for use around the farm, like for the grass work and for, you know what? We are just going to get the Puma. I already gave ourselves the $100,000, so yeah, we might as well go. Just changing my plans on the fly. Don't mind me. All right, that is going to be our Magnum US Series and 250 CVT. We'll go ahead and buy that. And I think I've also decided that New Holland equipment will be okay because Case owns New Holland, but we need to try to prioritize regular Case IH. So just New Holland if Case doesn't offer like a reasonable alternative. Or I don't know what I'm trying to say. You probably know what I'm trying to say. All right. Actually, I'm thinking, how much is a Puma? 188,000 for 225 horsepower. I could get like a 1990s MX Series Magnum. Does this have a front attachment on it? Oh, it does. It does look kind of funny. What about a 2008 Magnum? Then I'm saving like another $100,000. Alright guys, I decided just to go with the Puma because it is a little bit more expensive. Oh, the T6 wouldn't be bad. Nope, we're going with the Puma. Okay. And just because we get more horsepower out of it, I started looking at these more in depth, and as soon as you change like any kind of configuration on it, I think it was with I started messing with the engine. For the base price, you actually only get 145 horsepower. And I was like, that's not enough. So we're going to go with the Puma. We'll get 225 horsepower base, and we can upgrade it to 270 if we need to, which we probably will eventually, or to 245. But for now, we'll just leave it at 225, and then we have a tractor that can still have narrow wheels put on for spraying and stuff like that. So, yep, we're just going to go with the Puma. Alright, so there's our two new Case tractors. Looking great, and we are starting to modernize the farm just a little bit. I thought about getting the Maxim for a minute, but I think the Maxim is just a little bit too small. And we do have some money left over to get a windbrower to dry our alfalfa if we need to. So let me just get hooked up here, and we will go ahead. I want to replace these mowers eventually, but that's not high on my priority list at the moment. So, yeah, let's get some alfalfa mowed. Holy cow, guys, that was a big harvest. That is going to be a lot of alfalfa to sell. And I'm just realizing I have to stack all the bales. I might invest in a semi-trailer instead of using the gooseneck like we did for the straw bales last in-game year. I think I remember a tooltip for this map saying that you do have to ted alfalfa in order to get it to dry, even with seasons. So I think I'm gonna buy a tedder and see what that does. I also want to check if I pull this up and check the weather report, we've got no drying potential today until noon and into the evening, and then some drying. Oh, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. I really don't want to lose all that alfalfa we just cut. I really should have looked at the weather. I don't need to wash the case, just the mowers. Well, we do have an alternative that we can do. We can pick up all the alfalfa and stick it in our silo, into our grain bins. That wouldn't be the most realistic solution, but it would at least protect our harvest. I might get the tedder and see what that does first. I really want to make alfalfa hay, though the bale sell point does also accept regular alfalfa bales. It does not need to be alfalfa hay. It's just a much better price for alfalfa hay. So you know what? I think we will go ahead and I will ted the alfalfa. I will do that off camera. And we will see what kind of drying potential that gives us. And, yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. Let me go ahead and buy a tedder, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see, we have everything tedded, and I did test it with my telehandler there. I took a bucket and scooped it up and looked at what we got, and that is alfalfa hay. So it's a good thing that we got the tedder, even though it probably would have dried on its own eventually. I don't know if we would have beat the rain that's supposed to be coming in the next couple of days. Oh, sorry, I was looking behind me because my dog just came in and jumped up on our guest bed. Our office and guest bed are the same room. Anyway, so, yeah. That means we get to get the baling done today, too, and get everything sold. And maybe we'll be able to afford to replace our John Deere harvester there. That would be awesome. I really have no idea how much hay this is, other than a lot. I'm going to try to do this as efficiently as possible. I'm thinking that I'm going to... I was going to use the Steiger up there, but I decided not to. I think I'm going to have this tractor, the Puma, or myself, start a courseplay course, and then I'll have one of our other farm owners do a follow me behind with the baler, and then I will just, well, I say me, but yeah, whatever. You guys know what I mean. And then the telehandler will follow behind, picking up the extra bales. I can't talk today, apparently. Picking up the bales and loading them. I thought about getting an autoloader semi-trailer, but they really don't hold much. At least the one that I have does not hold very much. It only holds like 30 square bales, and I think we're going to be able to get more than that on our gooseneck here if we load it manually. This bale fork is the same or similar one that we used before, so it will at least load the bales onto the bale fork up to 4 high automatically. It just will not. I think Mark is actually an extra person. All right, Mark gets to go chill in the truck with the air conditioner. All right. Alright, so let's move Sam up into position with our brand new Case Magna 250 CVT, pulling our baler that we got at the out of business sale at the beginning of the year, or the end of last year rather. Alright, and we are going to have to generate a new course for this. I'm thinking, since we're going to have follow me, we just do a straight up and down course. No, we need the user generated one. I mean, it doesn't matter, we're not doing a headland. This is actually, it says it's 8.5, so I'm going to go with 8. Just to make sure we get everything. Let's see what that looks like. Uh-oh. 78? 79? That's not what I want. 78. Let's try that. There we go. Alright, why don't you go ahead and drive. And we'll tab over to Sam. Let's make sure we lower and turn on. And we'll follow manually just for a minute so we can make sure our tractor's doing okay. Oh, you know what? This is probably not going to end well. Okay, it's a good thing I checked. We're going to go ahead and stop. Stop you. Pick this back up. Let's start more like here. Let's clear that out. Let's go ahead and do one headland pass, clockwise around. Actually, let's make it 2, clockwise around. We'll do the up-down rows first, and we'll see what we get out of that. Alright, and we're ending up here, apparently. Alright, well, by the time that I get this vehicle driving and then get the baler caught up and behind, we should have a little bit of wiggle room there. If all else fails, I could just have that baler... You know what, I'm probably just going to have the baler drive the exact same course, but just be a little bit delayed, and then they won't be so close behind. That's probably a better idea, so let's just call this Alfalfa Field 8 meters. And this beginning should be... Oh, it's all the way up there. Alright. Done a lot of work on the alfalfa field today already. You can see we got 2.2 hours on our brand new Puma, and we're about to get some more on there. And of course, I'm not going to show this whole bale harvest on camera because that would be a super long video. Just some highlights maybe, or maybe just the beginning and then we'll cut to the end. Oh, I still have to tell a firefighter story. We'll do that once we get this system up and running. Alright, oh man, this is going to be a ton of alfalfa hay, and I am here for it. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and load up Alfalfa Field, 8 meters. And just from the nearest waypoint, go ahead and drive. Actually, I kind of want you to go a little bit slower, because I think the working speed of our rake is a little bit slower. So, where is all that? Oh, probably the speedometer, duh. Alright, let's bring this down. There we go. Just to make sure we give our rake some time. And let's see what happens here. I'm remembering how much money we got for our straw harvest, and I'm hoping that our alfalfa hay makes at least that much, considering it's a lot. Well, and I mean that much per bale, considering it's a lot more work to get this than it is straw. Alright, everything looks like it's going smoothly. Let's go ahead. Ooh, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that terrible reversing job with all of our brand new equipment. Alright, and let's move this over closer to where we're going to be working. Mark definitely got the easiest job of the day, just driving the pickup truck to move the bales. And I think, rather than spending money on a storage facility, I think this year we're just going to go ahead and sell the bales directly. It would be better to save the bales and sell them in the winter. They'd be worth probably a lot more. In fact, if we look at this, I can tell you. That's pallets. Bales, hay and straw. Oh. Okay, well, I don't see alfalfa hay on here. Oh, there it is, alfalfa hay. Oh, actually, it stays pretty consistent. So yeah, we're not missing out on much. It looks like 116 is usually like a good price for alfalfa hay. And if we look at the current price here. There's alfalfa and alfalfa hay. 104. I'm not doing the BGA or biomass plant for it because that just 360 and 360, like, it doesn't feel right. So 104 for the bale sell point. Which is not, you know, a ton, but it is what it is. The big square bales, no, small square bales. I think they're just small. They're normal, right? Or are they... I don't know. Are these considered large or small? Let's find out. Let's try small square bales. Okay, small seems to be working. Three and 4. We can get these over to our trailer here. Just pretend like Sarah can definitely see where she's going and not just a wall of alfalfa hay. let's see, so 4, that's 12,000 liters of alfalfa right there, and we barely scratched the surface, so yeah. That's why the prices are so low, because the yield is so high. And we have such a large field of it. Alright. Let's do that. And unload. And let's back up. And let's do it again. Alright, so as we're doing this, I'm going to go ahead and tell a firefighter story. And hopefully I can do both bale work and storytelling at the same time. I'm not going to time-lapse this because even that would take just too long, so we're just going to tell a story and then we're going to cut to probably the last load of bales being sold. Oh boy, so today I want to talk about a garbage truck fire that I was on. If you watch my Emergency 4 series, in the latest Miami mod video, I mentioned that I've been on a garbage truck fire before in real life, and this is that story. So it was trash collection day in the city, and we got a call for a truck fire out on our road that goes down by the river. So we're like, alright, let's get on out there. We get out there, and it's one of our city garbage trucks. This was probably the smelliest fire that I've ever been on, for sure. Burning trash does not smell very good at all. Surprise, surprise. And what's interesting is we had to figure out the best way to fight it. We didn't want to... Well, first of all, the hydraulics in the truck were not working because of the fire damage. So we couldn't, like, open the back gate or anything to just, like, push all the trash out. And couldn't operate the blade or anything like that. So we ended up having to take a extension ladder and put it on the side of the truck and climb up there with our attack line and just flood the inside of the truck with water. And that caused another problem because then trash started floating to the top and kind of like spilling out, and it was, yeah, man, this was a disaster. And not as easy to talk about as I thought, because it's one of those things I guess you kind of had to be there. So we were concerned with all this nasty water flowing into the river, so then we had to set up barriers to try to collect the water. And then we had to figure out how we were going to collect the water in the first place. And we ended up just kind of having to divert it into the sewer system and hope that the water treatment plant would be able to make it so it's less gross water. Obviously, it doesn't get into like your drinking water or anything if it goes to the water treatment plant. There might be a small amount of reclaimed water. I'm too scared to know the truth about that. So, but anyway, yeah, it was kind of a nightmare. I mean, it wasn't as like exciting as say like a semi truck fire, when you've got to like, you know, save the trailer and all that kind of stuff. Whoops, that's not what I intended to do. Not even a little bit. Yeah, it was just like the environmental concerns that we had. It was very interesting. We'll just put it that way. It was a very interesting fire to work, and one that I'm not eager to repeat. I think if there was anything that we could do again, I think we would probably just hook up to the hydrant. I mean, we did hook up to the hydrant, but we would just hook up to the hydrant and just run our deck gun into the top of the fire, or the top of the garbage truck, rather than getting a hand line up there with the ladder and stuff, because that was pretty hot standing up there. And the sides of the truck got really hot because they're all metal. Yeah, it was just, we probably shouldn't have been really near that truck. We should have just hit it with the deck gun. But, you know, lessons learned. If it ever happens again, we'll do it better next time. And hopefully it won't be right by the river, so we won't have to scramble so hard to stop the runoff into the river. But yeah, that's my story. Maybe not as good of a one as I've told before, but I guess they can't all be, super winners. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get these bales done, and yeah, it looks like we're in for a long haul here. I'm thinking I can get, let's see, that's 8, 16, 24. I can probably get 28 bales on this trailer if I really try. Just collect these because they're right here. So yeah, we'll see. I might bring you back for the first load of bales just so we kind of get an estimate for how much we're going to get per load, or I might just wait and show you the final load. We'll see. Either way, I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, here we are taking our first load of bales up to the sell point, and that's definitely more bales than what that auto-load semi-trailer would have let me put on. Maybe I should get the semi-trailer anyway just so I can load it myself and we can get, or maybe not abuse this pickup truck so much because this is definitely feeling the load. We have got, let's see, 8 times 4, 32 bales on here. And we have just scratched the surface of our alfalfa field. So honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this harvest this video. And I have tension straps, and things are still going sideways. Oh boy, this is not good. Get to the sell point, get to the sell point, get to the sell point, get to the sell point. Oh no. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Oh, just no. Oh no. You've got to be kidding me. I think even with super strength, we're not going to be able to recover this. Oh, this makes me so mad. Oh, you have to be kidding me. I did not whip around that corner either. Let's see, can we? Do I have any chance? Ooh. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay, can I just, come on. Oh. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna drag this into the sell point. Oh. Farm sim ridiculousness, that's for sure. Alright. Here we go. Get ready for the money. Alright, 6,000. Basically 7,000. Alright, so about 14,000 per load, and there's plenty more where that came from. I will see you guys whenever I decide to call it a day on the fields. Alright guys, welcome back. We are far from done with the harvest, but I wanted to show you guys that I caved and I bought the semi-trailers. These do not have the auto-load on them. I could put auto-load on them if I wanted in the shop, but I didn't, just because we got way more on here by manually stacking than the auto-load says it can handle. It looks like things are kind of staying together better than they did on the gooseneck, and definitely getting more at once. We've got about double what that gooseneck can handle in total between the two trailers. I think we have 64 bales. So we should be getting somewhere around $35,000 for this load, and then we have to go ahead and wrap up the episode, and we will come back in the next episode selling the last load of bales. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of money expected out of these alfalfa fields, especially if we get a second cutting, which I'm hopeful that we will. And let's see. Yeah, we made about $30,000 out of that. We were at, what, 20-something? It's possible that the price has gone down since we sold last, just because of how long it takes to stack everything. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to tune in next episode so you can see the final tally on the bales and how much money we get for them. I spent about 40,000 on the trailers, I want to say, so we do have to take that into consideration when we get to our final number. Got some exciting stuff planned for next episode as well, so I hope you'll be here for that. And until then, I'm a Shadowbox. This has been Farming Simulator 19. I will see you next day, and have a good one.